Verstappen is very upset with Red Bull dropping Liam Lawson. Lando Norris has been questioned if he will be able to win the championship, and Duan's future is looking more certain. Do consider subbing. Let's get into the latest F1 news. In the high-octane world of Formula One, every moment counts. And for Lando Norris, a recent race has raised eyebrows and sparked discussions about his championship potential. The question on everyone's mind is, can Norris handle the pressure of being a title favorite? His recent performance at the Chinese Grand Prix has drawn criticism, especially from former driver Guido van der Garde. During the race, Norris experienced a tense situation with rival George Russell, where his hesitation seemed to cost him vital positions. This moment has made van der Garde question whether Norris truly possesses the qualities needed to become a world champion. Norris made headlines earlier this season, becoming the first driver in over 1,000 days, other than Max Verstappen, to lead the F1 Drivers' Championship. This achievement set high expectations, with many fans and pundits believing he could be a frontrunner for the championship title. However, the Australian Grand Prix saw him clinching victory in challenging wet conditions, which had fans buzzing with excitement. They envisioned him dominating the season ahead. Unfortunately, that momentum took a hit when he made a critical error during the sprint event in Shanghai. By putting his wheels on the dirt, he lost crucial positions and only managed to score a single point in his next outing. What really raised eyebrows, though, was his interaction with Russell during the Grand Prix. While Norris initially jumped ahead of Russell thanks to a strategic move on the opening lap, the race dynamics shifted dramatically after the pit stops. Russell's clever undercut maneuver had Norris trailing, and van der Garde's assessment of this moment echoed loudly across social media. The former driver pointed out Norris's missed opportunity. He described how Norris appeared asleep during a critical phase of the race, allowing Russell to seize the moment. While Norris did manage to recover and ultimately finished as runner-up, many still felt that this moment reflected whether he has what it takes to be a world champion. Van der Garde stated, "Norris was really asleep there. You know it's going to be a fight, so you have to make yourself wide and push him out." His comments spotlighted the immense pressure on young drivers like Norris to consistently stay alert and proactive when stakes are high. As this season unfolds, Norris has plenty of opportunities to prove his critics wrong. But for now, the question remains, can Lando Norris rise to the occasion and show that he has what it takes to clinch the World Championship? With a spotlight on him, every race will serve as a testament to his potential and resilience in one of the world's most demanding sports. Lando Norris showed his tenacity in the recent race, battling through some tough moments, especially when his tires finally warmed up. However, a pivotal misstep took place during the race that raised eyebrows. George Russell managed to pass Norris on the outside, showcasing his driving skills. But Norris's reaction to this maneuver drew criticism, suggesting he might not yet possess the killer instinct needed to become a world champion. Commentators have pointed out that if Norris wants to secure the coveted title, he needs to be more aggressive on the track. There's a belief that his nervousness surfaced in the closing laps of the Australian Grand Prix, where he allowed Max Verstappen to close in on him after a mistake at turn 6. That's the kind of slip that champions simply can't afford. Norris must understand that to win, he needs to exploit every inch against his competition. Lately, Norris has been under intense scrutiny. Despite a solid performance in Australia, he showed signs of anxiety when Verstappen was tailing him, indicating that he needs to harness his confidence if he's serious about the championship race. Red Bull's team principal Christian Horner echoed these sentiments, noting how pressure affected Norris's performance towards the end of the race. Interestingly, just 8 points separate Norris and Verstappen in the driver's standings, highlighting the stakes involved. Yet, McLaren's advantage in pace has not fully translated into Norris commanding his position on the track. In another twist, Norris faced alarming brake problems late in the Chinese Grand Prix, which added to his challenges. This late drama was yet another reminder that there are hurdles beyond just racing rivals, including car reliability that could make or break a race. The battle between Norris and his teammate Oscar Piastri has also been a topic of interest. Piastri's manager Mark Webber knows well the pitfalls of teammate rivalries, and the dynamics between these two drivers will undoubtedly add another layer of intrigue to their performances moving forward. As the season continues, all eyes will be on Norris to see if he can shake off the nerves and reclaim his confidence. With each race, we'll be watching closely to see if he can turn his potential into consistent podium finishes and ultimately contend for the championship he's dreaming of. What makes Max Verstappen such a force on the Formula One circuit? Today, we're diving into the fascinating dynamics of Max Verstappen's relationships with his teammates, especially as Red Bull contemplates changes ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Recently, Liam Lawson has taken on the role as Verstappen's partner at Red Bull, but he seems to be struggling to keep pace. This rapid shift comes after Lawson faced challenges in his first two races, where he unfortunately found himself consistently at the back of the pack compared to his teammate, who was battling for podium positions and victories. Red Bull is no stranger to this scenario. They have witnessed multiple drivers struggle alongside Verstappen, a trend that dates back to when Sergio Perez was under contract until 2026, but eventually lost his spot due to his diminishing performance. Even highly regarded talents like Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon faced the same daunting challenge, failing to match Verstappen's speed and skill. What sets Verstappen apart? Former Red Bull technician Callum Nicholas describes it well. He suggests that the core issue is Verstappen's extraordinary resilience and self-confidence. He knows his capabilities, which creates a challenging environment for his teammates. They often feel the pressure, striving to push themselves harder, yet they find it incredibly difficult to keep up. Nicholas observes that if Verstappen has a bad weekend, he still manages to extract great performance from the car, while his teammates struggle to do the same. This leads to a common pitfall where drivers push too hard or overdrive, resulting in mistakes that put them under even more scrutiny. It's a harsh cycle, one that can tear at the confidence of even the most skilled drivers. Through these pressures, Verstappen's generational talent becomes a double-edged sword for those racing alongside him. As teammates dig deep to match his pace, they often make more errors, creating an uphill battle that can lead to burnout, or worse, the end of their F1 careers at top teams. As we look to the future of Red Bull and Verstappen's journey, it raises the question, how does one compete against an unparalleled talent like him? Continuing with the exploration of the intense dynamics within the Red Bull team, let's dive into the mindset of Sergio Perez, or Checo, as he navigates this competitive landscape. Checo is known for his resilience. When he first joined Red Bull, he handled the pressures of the team remarkably well. His ability to stay focused amidst the high stakes was commendable, but as the competition heated up, so did the pressure. He had the daunting task of challenging his teammate Max Verstappen, who has consistently raised the bar with his performance and skill. Competing against Verstappen, a driver many consider nearly unbeatable, is no small challenge. Once Checo realized that both his career and the hopes of an entire nation rested on his performance, the stakes became even higher. The weight of expectations can be overwhelming, especially when you know that your teammate is relentless in pursuit of victory. In recent discussions, insights into Verstappen's evolution highlight how he transformed from a raw talent seen back in 2016 into a formidable champion. His innate ability to control races and understand race dynamics has set him apart from others. Those early struggles with car failures and crashes have shaped him into the savvy competitor he is today. The maturity and race awareness he has developed over the years have contributed to his current dominance. It's not just raw speed, it's about managing the entire atmosphere of the paddock and mastering every aspect of racing. This comprehensive approach is what makes Verstappen so effective on the track. Switching gears, Sergio Perez's sponsors are reportedly looking into options for his potential return to Formula One. This could open doors for Checo, possibly with a new team, reigniting his career and allowing him to showcase his talent once again. As we analyze these developments, it's clear that both Checo and Max are part of a larger narrative that defines the current era of Formula One. Competing against a powerhouse like Verstappen might seem like an insurmountable challenge for any driver, but it's also a rich opportunity for growth and resilience in the high-octane world of racing. Stay tuned for more insights and updates as these stories unfold in the fast-paced realm of Formula One. In the world of Formula One, every point counts, and for Williams driver Carlos Sainz, scoring his first point for the team in China was a significant moment as he navigated a challenging start to the season. Team principal James Vowles had notable observations about Sainz's journey thus far, highlighting the driver's potential and the work ahead to ensure he adapts effectively to the FW47. Despite a rocky beginning marked by an unfortunate crash behind the safety car in Australia, Sainz found himself finishing 13th during the Chinese Grand Prix. However, he would later be promoted to P10 thanks to post-race disqualifications affecting 3 drivers. Following the race, Sainz expressed his feelings over team radio, stating, "I am a lot faster than this." This reveals not only his confidence, but also suggests that his peak performance is yet to align seamlessly with the capabilities of the Williams car. Vowles emphasized Sainz's contributions beyond the track, praising the Spanish driver for his efforts behind the scenes. Even amidst the challenges, he pointed out that while Sainz is a valuable asset to the team, there's still more work needed to help him get fully comfortable with the car. Vowles elaborated on this during an interview with Sky F1, stating, "There are elements that I wanted to ensure the world really realizes how great Carlos is behind the scenes." He acknowledged that in Formula One, drivers often internalize their struggles, feeling responsible for tough races. However, Sainz approached the situation differently. Instead of blaming himself, he focused on supporting his teammate Alex to achieve a strong result. This speaks volumes about his team-oriented mindset and resilience. While Sainz has made encouraging strides, it's clear that adapting to the Williams FW47 is an ongoing process. Moving forward, both Vowles and Sainz understand the journey isn't over yet. There's still room for growth. The team remains committed to helping him reach his full potential and create synergy with the car, paving the way for more points and better results in the races ahead. As Sainz continues to adapt and evolve within the team, F1 fans will be eagerly watching how this story unfolds. Will he find the rhythm that aligns his driving with the FW47's performance? The season has just begun, and there's much more to look forward to as Williams aims to capitalize on Sainz's talent. Alex Albon has kicked off the new season in impressive form, scoring more points already than he did in all of 2024. Team principal James Vowles believes Albon has truly stepped up to the challenge of racing against a 4-time Grand Prix winner like his teammate Carlos Sainz. Vowles praises Albon, saying, "For me, he didn't put a foot wrong." He notes that off the track, Albon is humorous and engaging, but once in the car, he's laser-focused on performance, determined to prove his worth in the sport. Vowles adds that Sainz presents a strong benchmark with his race-winning experience, but Albon is right there, performing at a high level alongside him. Reflecting on Albon's progression, Vowles mentions how he observed Albon elevate his game upon joining the team in 2023. From the Bahrain testing to the Melbourne race, Vowles asserts, "Alex has stepped up again. There's no doubt about it." His determination and growth are clear, setting a promising tone for the season. Now, shifting gears to the racing dynamics in Shanghai, Martin Brundle has commented on the fairly desperate racing that was on display during the Chinese Grand Prix. This provokes a discussion about how competitive pressures can sometimes lead drivers to make risky moves as they vie for position. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz has encountered a challenging start to his journey with Williams. There were whispers about the discrepancies between Sainz and his teammate. However, speculation regarding his FW47 chassis has been laid to rest, indicating that both drivers are navigating the same high-stakes environment. Untelevised team radio communications have also revealed Sainz expressing that he was faster than this. This highlights the ongoing struggle for him at the start of the new season. Yet, with the competition thickening, both drivers will need to strategize effectively to extract the most from their machines. As the season continues to unfold, the racing narratives are shaping up to be thrilling. Fans are eager to follow the developments and see how these drivers will adapt and capitalize on their opportunities. The next race is on the horizon, and excitement builds as we watch these competitors push boundaries on the track. Jack Duan is feeling the pressure as a rookie with Alpine, especially considering the arrival of Franco Colapinto as the reserve driver. This transition has sparked discussions about his future in the team, particularly from voices like Ralf Schumacher, who believes Duhan's time at Alpine might be limited. Even though we've only seen 2 races this F1 2025 season, Schumacher has expressed doubts, suggesting that the decision to place Duan in the team may have been made for reasons beyond his performance. In an interview with Sky Germany, Schumacher shared his concerns, indicating that he feels Duan is struggling to find his footing and has made several mistakes on the track. He described the situation as a forced marriage, implying a disconnect between Duan and the team's expectations or management, particularly under the watch of Flavio Briatore. Despite these criticisms, Jack Duan firmly believes that he and his teammate Pierre Gasly have demonstrated similar performance levels so far. After the opening races, Duan maintained a positive outlook. He acknowledged that there may have been challenges, but felt satisfied with how he matched up against Gasly, who is more seasoned in the sport. In races in China, while both Duan and Alpine faced challenges, he remained optimistic about his capabilities. Moreover, high-ranking figures within Alpine have reportedly been pleased with Duhan's efforts in these initial outings, which may bolster his confidence amidst the scrutiny. As the season unfolds, it will be fascinating to see how Duan navigates these early challenges while striving to secure his place in the competitive landscape of Formula One. With contrasting opinions from industry veterans and a solid support system at Alpine, the young driver has an intriguing journey ahead. Jack Duan has been making waves in the Formula One circuit, and his performances have sparked discussions about his potential. After a recent race, he reflected on his driving against teammate Pierre Gasly, noting, "On average, we're quite similar, especially on one-lap pace, plus or minus a tenth." This suggests that while they have their differences, they're racing at a comparable level, which is promising for Duhan's future. He expressed optimism about what lies ahead, stating, "There's a lot of positives to take forward," even admitting he needs to refresh his understanding of the driver guidelines to avoid issues moving forward. It's clear that he has a positive mindset despite not yet having achieved the results he desires. "The inner circle understands that," he shared, highlighting the importance of the support he receives from his team. Team morale is high, particularly with the backing of influential figures like Flavio Briatore and Luca De Meo. However, Duan acknowledges the pressure to deliver results, saying they're going to be wanting points. As the team looks to improve their performance, Duan emphasizes the need for relentless work. "We're going to have to keep working, keep our heads down." He's hopeful that the upcoming Suzuka track will be more favorable. Despite facing setbacks, including a disappointing home race at Albert Park, Duan demonstrated impressive pace prior to the unfortunate crash. His journey has been filled with challenges, but he is determined to learn from these experiences to improve. In the competitive world of Formula One, the journey isn't just about skill, it's about resilience, teamwork, and learning from each race. With tenacity and support from his team, Duan is building his path towards success in this demanding sport.